We're doing some filming.
It's so hot in here.
Is it good? Are you really filming?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
For the vlog.
Oh man. It's hot. I just woke up. I was supposed to be off today, but Fanatic was like, hey, you know what? We need you to come in. And I was like, yeah, sure. I'll come in. Why not? I have nothing else to do. Whatever. And in an effort to not pass my unemployment hours to, you know, get those sweet benefits, I worked for free last night. So there's that. Right now I'm going to the shop, SR20 store with my dad, and he's gonna let me borrow the lift because I hate working on the floor. Working on the floor sucks. It's the worst. I like to work standing up like a human being. You know, we're not designed to work on the floor. What are we, poor people? Just kidding. The hoses on the radiator, the top and the bottom. Well, maybe mostly the top. The top one is Ripperino, so I can't hold coolant. And if I can't hold coolant, my engine blows up, and then all my hopes and dreams blow up. You know, that's how that works. So I have the hoses in the back. Once we get to the shop, I will show you, and we're gonna start on this install. Okay, thank you. All right, so we finally here at the shop, and we have the Volvo, we're underneath the Volvo of Dreams on the amazing lift, so I don't have to work on the floor. And I'm gonna have this fan to cool off the engine before we start working. And here are the hoses themselves. This is the top radiator hose that goes on top. Of course, they're a Mishimoto. They were indeed a set. This is the top and the bottom one that goes right here on the corner. Right here on the top one is where the actual gash is at on the original radiator hose. And I only know because I squeezed it and coolant came out and it burned my hand and I cried for days. So that's why I had to get these, and they were only available in a set. At least these two, the Mishimoto brand, they were available in a set only. And they're, I think, around $130. So I was like, God damn. Money, oh money, oh, I love thee. But it's fine, whatever. This is the bottom one that goes to the right there underneath the corner, and it goes like this. A radiator here, and the rest of the engine right here. So really easy. I just needed it because, you know, this is my rolling shot car. I have to have my rolling shot car, otherwise, you know, I won't have, of course, rolling shots. And just because this was like $2, this is the little plug, the little drain plug for the radiator. It's right there. I can see it right there. It was like $2. I sure, why not replace it? You know, what is it? 1996, 23-year-old parts. May as well change it. First thing to do, of course, you got to take the coolant out because, you know, if you don't, coolant everywhere, and then you have to mess, and then everyone's gonna get mad at you. So right now I'm gonna take the coolant out, and be really easy. Just let it flow out, and then I'm not gonna reuse the same coolant. So once you take everything out, then refill with coolant, and that'll be at the very end, of course. But you gotta make sure that everything inside the car is taken out. I usually like to shake the car. It's very unsafe, but don't do that. I shake the car so all the fluids come out and just goes. You gotta make sure that everything's out. So let's do that right now.
First thing you're going to want to do is remove coolant. You can do it from the hose itself or from the drain nipple Volvo has provided. What I'm loosening actually is the hose clamp to the bottom for the future. Of course, if you do it from that bottom hose and you release everything, you're going to have no control of the coolant and everything's going to come out and blow up on your face, and that is not good. Don't do that. Do it from the drain nipple.
Oh.
Yeah, so what I did basically is there's actually no air in the system, there's a vacuum. So the next thing you do is just open this. This lets air in and pushes it out. So you see, now we have coolant. So it did have some.
When you see the coolant stop dripping, go to the top hose right next to the power steering reservoir and loosen the hose clamp. Follow the hose and loosen the clamp to connect to the radiator. Of the two hoses, this one's definitely the easiest. The bottom one, you have to take off the earbuds, the math, the tubing just to reach it, so this one's definitely the easiest one. If you bought the replacement drain nipple for the coolant, it's just a matter of twisting it off and just putting on a new one. Quite easy.
So the thing I don't like about Mishimoto, like, come on, like, this is just, these aren't very expensive. So why in God's name would you not be like, you know what? We're a high performance brand. We sell high performance parts. We sponsor race cars, drift cars, drag cars, all kind of stuff, right? You would think like, you know what? Maybe we should just add these little clamps that are cost like, I don't know, 75 cents. Brand new clamps, right? They don't. It's just one of those few things that just bother the hell out of me. Granted, these are Volvo clamps, so they are better quality than the AutoZone brand and all that fun stuff. But still, it just bothers the hell out of me why a band like this cost me $130 for a set of 2. Why they would not be bothered to give me 2 brand new clamps, or at least 4 with 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's my rant.
Make it easy on yourself by putting WD-40 on the inside of the hose just before you put it back in. This makes your job much easier and you won't be hurting so much.
Now the big thing about this bottom hose is that you have to remove the air box itself, this thing right here. So that's gonna be fun. So why don't we do that? Only because you can't actually reach it from the bottom. So it goes like this, right? So, or like this, right? So this hose is all the way down to the bottom. So once you remove this air box, it's sitting like right there. So you can see it. It's not super demanding, it's not that crazy, not that bad, but it's just annoying.
Before you actually start with the airbox itself, there's that plastic piece right there. There should be nothing really connecting it. You just pull off the front and you pull out the back and then you yank it towards you. Real easy. To remove the airbox, make sure you take off the MAF. There's that metal pin right there. You just press it and it comes out and you just pull it off. Then you take off the hose clamp. That's the metal piece right there that I'm hitting right there. And really quite easy. The way I did it was just take off the entire box itself and just kind of just rip it out. It's not that hard to pull out, but it should be easy. It just looks hard. It's not really. On the box itself, there's 7 of those thumb pins, and you just pull them off. And don't forget the plug at the bottom because you don't want to rip stuff off, and then your car won't turn on, and then your all hopes and dreams collapse on you like a dying star.
Right now that I have the air box open, it's right here. You can see it. So here is the original. It goes like this in this shape. So it goes to the bottom, comes out, and through the engine. So it's right here, this hose right here. This one right here, with that clamp, that hose right there, this one. So you gotta take this off, and you gotta feed it through, and it's gonna be a little bit of fun. So again, another 7 with a flathead, and then probably a 7 with a flathead down there, and just somehow fish it out, and put some back in, and there it is, job well done. So why don't we get started on that? And there you go. So here's the 7 and the clamp. There's the dirty ass, you know, maybe do a little wipey, put some WD-40, clean it. You know, you don't want to be an animal. Now we're gonna lift the car and do it from the bottom. So that should be it. It's just the hardest part is fishing it out and just having to finagle things through. So why don't we do that right now? We need this, obviously. Oh, and I need that flathead. I remember for reading is like the actual original pieces here. I think there's a splash guard here for the water. Thank goodness mine does not have that because I hate splash guards. They're so annoying with those plastic clips and all that fun stuff. But if you do have the splash guard, you do have to take that off to reach this hose right here. But now that we have it undone from the top, another 7 right here with the oldest tool in the book, the flathead. Oh my gosh. So let's just tilt this a little bit, let the coolant drain out. To feed this hose in a way that goes right there. And I can see it, it's just a matter of doing it. Oh my God, we're doing it. Wow, look at that, we're doing it. Wow, I'm actually doing it. Thanks, SpongeBob.
Hey, I'm actually doing it.
Okay. Put some on my fingers. There you go. I'm gonna loosen up them hose. Oh my God. Okay, once you have those 2 hoses in, it's really the same thing, just go backwards. It's not that hard of a job, honestly. You can do it. You know, and of course I have a lift, I have access to it, so it makes my job much easier. But if you have to do it on the floor, you have to do what you gotta do, you know? So just, when you start going backwards, just put everything back and then it's really plug and play, easy. Really quite, not that bad of a job, like I said. Make sure you fill it, of course. There's a minimum and a maximum to where your coolant goes. Really not that bad. And yeah, I mean, they look nice. I mean, whatever. You know, maybe I'll get some other blue hoses here, whatever, do all that fun stuff, but it's not that bad, really good. I'm glad now that I have the film car running, I can do those rolling shots again, because I needed it. You know, it's always good to have a second car, you know, maybe an emergency happens with the S2000. But you know, now that I have the second car running again, so it's good. So right now, it's just put everything back together, and you know, it's really good. And yeah, but thanks for watching. You know, small little install with me, install with Roberto's, maybe I'll call it that. And you know, it's cool. Slowly but surely. You know, I haven't put much money into the Volvo right now, other than the mounts, the brakes, and the axle over there. But one of these days I'll get to like actually showing all the work. I have to wash the car too because the car is very dirty. But yeah, just like I said, put everything back together. Really not that bad. And you know, so thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Like, comment, do what you gotta do. Don't be a freeloader. Help me out. Like, comment, subscribe. And thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. So you know, wait for more Volvo stuff. It's coming soon.